Congratulations, we did it. That's right. We completed the MLS regular season, getting through decision day, and that was no small feat. And as I preview the MLS Cup playoffs, I want to start by saluting everyone involved with Major League Soccer, the clubs, the broadcasters, everyone who got this season under their belt, because back in May, it looked like we weren't going to have a season. And people say sports are not important, but they are, because the mechanism keeps going. People work hard, and people work their tails off. I saw it firsthand. Games were being postponed, rescheduled, canceled, you name it, for a variety of reasons. And that took a lot of hard work. And people have to get engaged, because this is jobs we're talking, people's jobs. This sports is going through a horrible time right now. People are not engaged for obvious reasons, but you got to keep playing the game so that when they come back and the fans are there, you have that momentum. So hats off to everyone. I know it was a hard job. Also want to congratulate the Philadelphia Union for winning their first trophy. This is, it's a big deal. And Philadelphia really went out and earned it. There was a talk about not getting the supporter shield. I'm glad we kept it. The Union deserved winners, even though it was a shortened season. They only allowed 20 goals, so they allowed less than a goal a game. Really good collective spirit on that side. And one of the favorites coming in for the MLS Cup playoffs, which are going to be a sprint starting November the 20th, and MLS Cup will be awarded December the 12th. Who will lift it? I don't know. I will tell you this much. Toronto had a great season. They finished second in the East, pushed Philadelphia to the very end. Seattle, they had a great season. They finished second in the West, right there with Sporting and Portland at the end of the season to finish top spot. Regardless of the positions, those two teams have made 3 of the last 4 MLS Cups. That would be my pick, and I know I'm not alone with it, but there you have it. Nothing's gonna fall into place. And this is why everyone's got to tune in, because these MLS Cup playoffs, yeah, we had a season we don't want to repeat, but this is a playoff that we're not going to repeat, but you'll get one chance to look at this splendor of 18 teams, single elimination. Pa-pa, boom, boom, bee. It's gonna be like a Batman, the old Batman. Pa-pa. Hit me in the nose. So soak it all in. But I don't know who's gonna win. But there are some factors that we're gonna break down here that will determine who gets through. The international break, and because of the emergence of international players from South America in particular, MLS is gonna get hit hard. The first qualifiers in South America and Europe and everywhere. USA has one on November the 12th. So you have November the 12th, like that Friday, that weekend. Second game the following Tuesday, say November the 17th. Playoffs start the 20th. You have a 10-day quarantine. So if you have international players like LAFC and Seattle and Portland, a lot of teams, San Jose, you're going to miss them for at least 1, maybe 2 games. So first of all, I would say this. This is not the fault of the clubs. Clubs should encourage their players to represent their country. It's the ultimate honor. In a lot of cases, these are World Cup qualifiers. The league tried to separate a gap, but the league also enforces the 10-day quarantine, which they should. This is still on the league, and it's going to compromise the playoffs because teams aren't going to be full strength. It's frustrating, but again, this is one of these things. This season counts. There's not going to be an asterisk, but you just got to muscle through and get it over with. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a factor. So take that into consideration. And maybe that affects Seattle because they're going to miss some guys in particular. Toronto, not so much. The U.S. men's national team have a game, but Greg Berhalter said he's not bringing any of the MLS players. So that's a big break for a lot of teams. So you can see the competitive balance is affected here. The next thing is we do have a lot of good players, a lot of big stars there. I'm always drawn to the great Mexican players that we brought here, which draw the attention from south of the border to these MLS Cup playoffs. And we need all the attention we can get. So Alan Pulido, you have Rodolfo Pizarro, you have Gonzalo Higuain in Miami. Miami got in there. No Chicharito, unfortunately. No Chicharito. He would have been a nice draw, but it was a disaster of a season. You do have Carlos Vela, who injured his knee and then slowly got back, and then he started to log minutes. And he looked good. He scored a couple goals there. He looks almost ready to play 90 minutes, and he is still the best player in the league. LAFC have a tough draw, but Carlos Vela is that kind of guy. that can put a team on his back. So no one wants to play them. But coming out of the 7th seed in the West will be challenging. But these great players are going to make a big difference, I think. I like a lot of them. Brendan Aronson, certainly there at Philadelphia. The list, some of these young players, 16, 17, that are going to get a shot at this. This is pretty tremendous. You know, getting back to it, maybe you look at MLS's back tournament for a guide. You know, teams that did well in that kind of playoff. Portland won it. I would keep Portland amongst one of the teams that could win this. Orlando, maybe. I just don't know. I wish I had some more answers for you, but I don't know what to expect. You shouldn't know what to expect. It's going to be some fun. So tune in. Give MLS a chance if you haven't up till now. I think we've got both expansion teams made the playoffs, so congratulations. Let's get this going. And while you're there, subscribe to the Soccer OG.